Hey guys! So I'm in the middle of a huge My Little Pony marathon, so I have to find another topic to talk about via YouTube videos. There is this one obscure video game franchise I used to love playing when I was a little kid. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. The one franchise where Mario and Sonic finally get to clash together. Well, outside of Smash Bros, but that doesn't really count. I don't think anyone talks about this franchise anymore, which is a tragedy because it's mostly the Olympics' fault. In 2024, it was revealed that the IOC chose not to renew the licensing deal they had with Sega and Nintendo in favor of NFTs, which ultimately led to the series abruptly ending. Who would have thought the Olympics themselves would stoop this low? Especially for someone like me. I've always loved playing these games as a kid, even though I've only played 4 of the 10 games. Those being both London 2012 versions, Sochi 2014, and Tokyo 2020. Yeah, shocker, I've never played Vancouver 2010, I'm sorry. So anyway, a wise man that goes by Nathaniel Bandy said this specific comment in all of his trigger videos.
The opening cutscene is the best part of the game. The opening cutscene is again the best part of the game. Yet again, the opening is the best part of the game. Say it with me. The intro cutscene is the best part of the game. Yay! There you go, good job. Give yourself some claps.
So that got me thinking, what if I make a ranking video of all opening cutscenes in the Mario and Sonic console games? Keyword is console, because if you don't know, the versions on the DS and 3DS do not have intros, so I will be excusing them from this list. There are only 6 games that have opening cutscenes, so this ranking is going to be rather short. But that's a good thing. I don't have to waste months of my life making a 40+ minute ranking video. So why not knock this idea out? Every Mario and Sonic intro ranked. Let's see what the worst one is. Did you seriously think a different game would hit the bottom spot? Be honest, because for me, it couldn't have been more obvious. The game with the worst intro by a fucking landslide is Sochi 2014. I mean, what the hell is this? Usually the jump to the Wii U would lead to a much better quality intro compared to the Wii games. But no, they decided to make the laziest intro possible within the game's engine. They didn't even bother to make a CG cutscene. They just slapped in a 10-second clip within the game's engine and said, yup, that's good to me. They spent more time making the story mode's opening cutscene compared to this piece of trash. Is this a sick joke? On top of that, the intro is just nothing. It's just Mario and Sonic going down a slope on their skis and snowboard with a bunch of rhombuses trailing behind them. It doesn't even look that great, it just makes this all the more embarrassing. What else is there to say? Nothing. Literally nothing. Because that's all there is to it. Such a nothing, empty, worthless piece of garbage, and Sega should be ashamed of themselves. You're going to Brazil! Rio 2016's intro is fine. It's probably the most forgettable intro of the 6. At least it's an actual intro compared to the fucking dog shit that we just talked about. It actually shows off the events and what this game has. The start is very nice, with a cool art style showing the iconic locations in Rio. This cutscene also has by far the most characters shown, and the game compensates that by focusing the cutscenes on mostly the new characters and not just everyone there, which was kind of annoying. The worst part about this is that most of the time, they didn't even care to completely animate the characters and give them legitimate expressions. They just gave them the default face and put them in a clip. I know it's an in-engine cutscene, but you can still make expressions, come on! At least we got to see Rosalina doing gymnastics, that was pretty epic. Tokyo 2020 is the last game in the franchise before the IOC pulled the plug. Thanks, Olympics. Anyway, this is easily the best of the in-engine cutscenes. It's got some really cool editing and great animation. My main problem with this is that the camera constantly going into slow motion and zooming into characters got very annoying. I know it's been over 3 years since the last game, but you really didn't have to make yet another in-engine cutscene and make it look so groundbreaking, even though it really isn't. They also reused one of the shots from a previous better cutscene that I'll talk about later. Unlike Rio 2016, this game never shows off the new characters, which is rather odd. It's kind of like the opposite of the latter. I liked when the cutscene showed the story mode and the pixelated version. I like that this is the only game in the franchise to give all the characters different outfits based on the event, and not just do that for the girls. Was that really so hard, guys? Anyway, yeah, the pacing in this cutscene isn't the best, but it's still decent. Moving on.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋。
Finally, we've arrived to the original trilogy. These cutscenes still hold up to this day as well-animated, fast-paced, super well-edited times that feel like a blast to the past. Out of the big three, the weakest one to me is the original in fact, Beijing 2008. Mostly because it definitely doesn't look that great, and it barely has any sound effects coming from what the characters are doing. It does make up for that with slick as hell editing. My favorite edit is when the shot from Eggman transitions into a camera lens into the next scene. The editing in these cutscenes are seriously top-notch. I don't really like the music in this, even though it's nice hearing it dynamically change based on what's seen in the cutscene you're watching. At least the next game did it better. Anyway, this cutscene is pretty solid. Nothing else to say.
Oh, it's Canada.
Fuck you.
Oh, Team Canada.
Okay, now it's starting to become a party. Vancouver 2010 has a great opening cutscene. It's the only winter cutscene that's actually good. How surprising. Unlike the previous game, this cutscene looks and sounds absolutely gorgeous. I love when the music dynamically changes depending on the scene. The previous game did that too, but I personally prefer this one. The sound design is phenomenal, and the graphics shockingly still hold up. From the incredible look of the snow to the stellar look of the ice rink. There are so many shots that go so unbelievably hard. The shots of Amy and Peach figure skating, Luigi doing the half pipe, Donkey Kong holding a hockey puck, Yoshi doing the skeleton, Tails cheating the ski jump, and of course, Mario and Sonic snowboarding off the ramp. This opening also makes the best use of introducing the new characters. They are simple but worthwhile inclusions to the franchise. My favorite is Bowser Jr. if you're curious. Anyway, this cutscene goes hard. I love this a lot and it definitely deserves the recognition. Wario and Eggman getting covered in snow was pretty funny.
So join me, Philomena Kunk, as I take you right up the history of the United Britain of Great Kingdom.
This was an easy choice. Of course the British game gets the best one, am I right, Jamie? London 2012's opening cinematic is a tight, energetic, electric experience that will always put a smile on my face every time I watch it. It may be the longest intro on the list, but it does so much to justify its length with banging music, killer animation, amazing looking water, slick as hell editing, shockingly great cinematography, and absolutely fantastic shots. Actually, let's talk about the music for 1 second. This opening has by far the best music track. It's catchy, it's electric, it's fast-paced, and it may not dynamically change as much as the previous two, but when it does, it absolutely hits. This cutscene also makes the best use of the series' iconic dream events. Tails getting hit by a green shell lives rent-free in my head. Other than that, wow, did the animators go hard with this. This is up there as one of the best openings to any video game in general. Sega is known for their outstanding openings. I mean, it's no Sonic Unleashed, but it's more of a Sonic Colors. The ending is also by far the best. Mario and Sonic doing a handshake at the top of Big Ben is the perfect cherry on top. An incredibly fun time that is undoubtedly the best opening cutscene in the franchise. And that's my ranking, a collection of iconic openings that always get singled out for praise. I can't believe the quality basically hit terminal velocity when jumping from London to Sochi. Why did you do this, guys? Anyway, now that this video is over, I guess I can focus on other topics too. I don't exactly know what to focus on, but I'm sure I can find something. My Season 2 ranking is almost done, and to honor Chinese New Year, it's releasing on February 17th. I'll see you guys then. Peace!
For the boy,